Well, when you bought the sheep farm, did you ask whether or not it came with a fence?
Well, no, it was a good deal, and he said, "I'll give you a good deal if it's no questions asked."
Listen, I'm feeling a bit of hunger. I don't know about you. I mean, I could use a nice sheep burger, mutton.
Well, you're gonna just kill one of our,
Well, we
our
don't-
produce? We should be a wool farm.
And we'll just shear the wool from the sheep.
I think we should be all in-house. We can't be shipping stuff off, or else we'll lose control of our quality of our product.
So we'll make the products that you make from wool.
I think this time we're gonna make money. You know, the first person who ever invented shearing sheep, he was second cousin of the electrical hair clipper.
That was not the whiz?
Well, there was the hair whiz. That was like a razor blade and a comb. That was invented by someone who hates kids. And I was subjected to that.
Right.
My mother would smoke a cigarette and look at me in the face and scrape away at my head as I screamed in agony.
Right.
So I've always remembered the hair whiz. So I have empathy for sheep when they're being sheared.
When they're sheared, yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time I was trampled by a herd of sheep? Well, I was crossing a road on tour in Italy, and suddenly an Austin Martin came by, zipping by, and it scared a bunch of sheep,
Right.
and they all charged towards me.
Right.
And I was trampled.
Right, but you survived.
Yes, I grabbed onto a sheep,
Right.
onto its belly.
Right.
And
you were like upside down.
That's right, and my legs, and it carried me forward.
Were you raised by the sheep eventually?
Eventually I was, because I was only 4 at the time. I went missing for 5 years. You know, at first I had no spine because I was raised by sheep. Well, I mean, metaphorically, I had no self-esteem.
Sheep aren't very good at endowing their offspring with self-esteem.
No, because you'd think they'd say, look, we gotta escape.
Right.
And they'd see all their lambs going to the slaughter, and
Right.
you'd think, well, I think it's time we escape or attack the farmer.
Right.
Sheep, they never attack. Yes,
My brother was raised by sharks.
Wasn't he charged quite frequently for
Right.
just
Biting
going in? Well, not biting people. I mean, he would go into the food courts and just simply.
He was always on a feeding frenzy.
He was on a feeding frenzy. He's the feeding frenzy
It's a frenzy
guy.
Freddy. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
You heard about him. Yeah,
yeah. Well, he was viral on YouTube when he attacked a sushi place.
Well, sushi. I mean, it's
he
a
was
special
able
thing.
to consume 10 pounds before they were able to drag him off. And then after I was raised, I was clung onto this sheep, and then that sheep, for some reason, thought I was its lamb. And one time it was spooked, and it went running off, and then that's when the wolves got it. That's when I was raised by wolves.
Oh, you were raised because I was raised by wolves too.
Well,
I remember you now. We're competing for the same teat.
Quite. Oh, you were much more aggressive because I was still a sheep.
Well, because you were still a sheep. I've been around. I knew the lay of the land.
You actually would run down sheep.
I would chase them.
Yeah, I always felt guilty about that. I have a great guilt because I feel that I contributed to my mother sheep demise. It's not a nice thing to see wolves attack your mother, who's a sheep. Well, I didn't know what to do. I thought, what are these creatures? And then, of course, then you looked kind of like me. At first, I just thought you were a recently sheared sheep. I bet you won't believe this. There was once someone raised by oysters. Yes,
really?
He was raised by oysters. His father was a shucker.
His mother was a shucker. And his sister was a shucker.
His mother gave birth to him, and suddenly there was a big flood.
Right.
And he was washed out to sea in the baby bath. He also took the oyster bed with him.
Right.
And then got tangled in some old line from fishing line, like whales get stuck in it. Well, the whole caboodle got caught in the net, and he was floating on top of an oyster bed.
And he was raised by oysters. Right.
He'd only been a few hours old when he was washed out to sea.
Wasn't he trying to make a pearl?
Yes, and he's quite good at it.
He forms in his belly button.
It got him through college. Just puts a grain of dirt under his tongue,
and all of a sudden,
it's a pearl. Like about 3 months later.
Right.
It's quite remarkable. Well, the thing is, they wondered, what did he live on? He had inherited, because his whole family were shuckers.
Right.
And he didn't have to be taught.
Right.
It was in his brain.
He knew how to shuck the oysters.
He knew how to shuck. He didn't have to be taught at all.
Right.
Just like a groundhog digs a hole, or a cat chases a mouse, or a wolf chases sheep. I always have a compulsion to hunt sheep when it gets nighttime.
We have concluded our broadcast schedule for today. Good night.